Hey, let's be real for a moment. If you've ever hit play and felt like your music just sits there instead of hitting, or noticed that your current speakers don't quite bring sound to life in the room, listen up. That changes the second you experience the Authentics 500. Before anything else, take a moment to check the current price and availability. Speakers with this blend of style, smart features, and immersive sound don't stay stable at good pricing forever, and you don't want to come back later wishing you'd pulled the trigger. This is for the person who feels audio, not just hears it. You're someone who notices when voices don't feel grounded, when bass lacks authority, when a track with potential sounds flat instead of rich. You knew it was time to upgrade the moment your current setup left you longing for nuance instead of delivering it. Once you hear what a speaker built with true depth and presence can do in your own space, everything weaker starts to sound like a compromise you shouldn't live with anymore. The first time you press play, it's not just louder, it's intentional. Multiple drivers and Dolby Atmos work together so sound doesn't just come at you, it fills the room. Vocals feel anchored and natural. Music has depth and detail you might not have even realized was missing. Spatial effects feel like they're happening around you, not just from a box on the shelf. Imagine this: you're in the zone with a playlist you know by heart, and suddenly you're hearing layers you'd never noticed before. Or you're watching a movie where sound cues become part of the world, not just something happening behind the visuals. And because voice assistants like Alexa and Google Assistant are built in, you don't just listen, you interact. That's the emotional shift from tolerating sound to actually experiencing it. While you're here thinking about it, take another look at the price. Don't let a dip in stock or a weird price swing talk you out of this level of sound. If you catch a thought like, is this too much tech for a home speaker? Here's the twist: it stops being a question the moment you hear how effortless it performs. You don't wrestle with setup. You don't fight for clarity. You feel the difference right away. One surprise benefit? Even casual background music sounds richer and more engaging because this speaker doesn't just amplify sound, it interprets it with presence. Only this feels different. You notice it the moment the first track fills the room. You feel it when vocals and instruments sit where they should. You realize this is gear made for someone who recognizes quality the moment they hear it. Sound feels expansive and alive, music feels layered and expressive, voice commands feel seamless and intuitive, atmospheric effects feel immersive. It feels like something you're genuinely glad you chose. It's larger than tiny portable speakers. It thrives in spaces where sound can fill. At some point you stop circling back to weaker options. Every time you glance at something less capable, your mind ends up right back here, because deep down you already know what you really want. Don't let this be one of those upgrades you delay and regret later. If you're ready to stop settling for flat, distant sound and actually feel your music in movies, check the current pricing, lock it in, and go for it. This is the speaker that matches how seriously you listen.